Hey guys, it's Fox here. Having a nice cold winter day here, and I thought what better time to do pretty much my 2014 year in review. And pretty much the first thing that I really want to start with is my top 10 games of the year, and this will only consist of games that were released this year, not just games I've played, because I also played a few retro titles that I've never played before. But I'm going to just stick with games that were released this year, or at least I'm pretty sure they were released this year, so don't slam me if they didn't actually come out this year, but I'm pretty damn sure they did. But it's been a pretty solid year for games. I wouldn't say it's one of the best, because 2013 was just knock out of the park for me with the tie at first. I had Bioshock Infinite and Fire Emblem Awakening winning last year. But this year we got quite a few good stuff. I have a few titles from the newest gen, PS4, Xbox One, Wii U stuff. So let's go ahead and get started. And the first thing on the list is something that I haven't actually played in quite a long time, and this is an expansion to a game on the PC. I used to be really badly addicted to this game, and then I fell off and started playing more console stuff, but a friend of mine bought this for me to play, and I play it very casually, maybe an hour here, an hour there, but I really enjoyed it, and it falls at the number 10 slot. And that's World of Warcraft: Warlords of Draenor. Had a lot of fun with this game. It really feels like they put a lot of heart into this game, putting back to what World of Warcraft originally was back in Vanilla WoW. The added garrison thing where you manage a little base, to get yourself some extra resources, extra money, and crafting reagents like minerals and herbs and shit like that. It's a lot of fun to try to build up your little base, or garrison as they call it. The story in the game is a lot of fun. The quests are broken up into learning about the different warlords of the area of Draenor. I have a lot of fun with this game. It's a good revisit, and I don't find it too addicting, because I could just play it for an hour at a time and just still keep to my main love of the console games. So yeah, number 10, Warlords of Draenor. Alright, and number 9 was a big surprise for me, because this was just kind of something I bought on a whim, because hearsay from other individuals saying that this game was pretty good, and that's Wolfenstein: The New Order on the PS4. Big surprise. Story based, campaign only, no multiplayer in this, which is fine by me, because I never play multiplayer on these type of games, because I am bad at it when it comes to the competitive nature of first-person shooters. I'll just get my ass handed to me a bunch of times, and then I'll be like, fuck this game, I'm done. But now, this was a fun campaign on a interesting alternate history for after World War II and the Nazis won and stuff like that, and a lot of cool, interesting tech that was in the game. And I think Machine Games put together quite the fun game. Gameplay was fun, had good enough story to keep you intrigued about what's going to happen next, or how you're going to stop the Nazis and stuff like that. I just enjoyed the action a lot, and I don't know, just probably one of the best Wolfenstein games I've ever played, besides the very first one, which in retrospect isn't that great, but it's more nostalgic if anything. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with Wolfenstein: The New Order, and that's at number 9. Alright, number 8 is a recent release on the 3DS. Big fan of the series. I wouldn't say I'm a fanatic, but I am a big fan, as I enjoy the gameplay in these games. Now it's Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, also Omega Ruby being the other colored game. Pretty much takes Pokemon X and Y, Adds a few features, tweaks a couple things, makes it a little better, and just revamps the story for Sapphire and Ruby. Which a lot of people complain that Sapphire and Ruby were some of the least favorite generation of Pokemon, but I think they've made this a lot better than the Game Boy Advance entries. Not a lot to say. For those of you that are actually Pokemon fans, you already know that this is a really good entry. Some may say it's not quite as good as X and Y because they love the X and Y generation Pokemon, but this one's a lot of fun, and of course you can trade your X and Y guys into this, or if you have that Pokemon Bank thing, that's really fucking easy to get all your Pokemon from X and Y onto this title. But yeah, very smooth, very fun. Still playing through it right now. I'm pretty much done, but it definitely ranks in my top 10 this year at number 8. Alright, number 7. Not so much a surprise to me as I thought this game was going to be pretty good. But it was on the PS4, my third PS4 title here. Actually, it's multi-platform to be correct, but I played it on the PS4. Far Cry 4. A lot of people talking about this, saying what it is. It's pretty much Far Cry 3 with some improvements. Same mechanics, same way you go about doing things. They add a bunch of things that make it a little easier, funner. Everybody loves the little buzzard, which is like a mini helicopter that you could move around the map pretty quick if you wanted to. Main antagonist here, Megan, what's the hell is it? Pin? I forgot his fucking name. Let's look on the back of this. I don't see it. Anyway, main antagonist. Fun, interesting character. You don't see a lot of them in the game until pretty close to the end and at the beginning. But he talks to you a lot on the radio. Very interesting character. It's just I like him a little better than, well, it's hard to say. In Far Cry 3 you had Voss, and he was a very, very interesting antagonist, very bad, but he died so quickly in the game. You're like, oh man, I wanted more of Voss, and this guy sticks around till the end. So, but yeah, it's pretty much Far Cry 3, just a little better, and Far Cry 3 was amazing. So, and by the way, this game looks amazing on the PS4. I'm assuming it looks probably just as good on the Xbox One. So yeah, number 7, Far Cry 4. Number 6 is another PS4 title. Now, this game came out this year, this version of the game, but it's the first time I played it, so I didn't play it back on the PS3. But when it was remastered and put on the PS4, I finally bid at it and played it, especially when it was released for only $40. So that's pretty much a damn good deal for a new game to me. So, The Last of Us Remastered. This game was just amazing. Gameplay was fun. The character development was amazing. It looked gorgeous. The really, really interesting story as you go through. And the way the two grow. Ellie and... God damn it. I'm blanking on names today. You guys all know who he is. For those of you who played it. Anyways, as they progress through the game and grow, and you learn more about each of the characters, you just really fall in love with the characters. It's not a lot. I can't give the game enough praise except for one thing. The ending. What the fuck? And that's probably why this game fell to 6. Is because I really didn't care for the ending a whole lot. I'm more of a closure type of guy, and this game didn't really give it to me, so if it weren't for the ending, this game would probably be far up in 1, 2, or 3. But yeah, it falls to number 6. So, oh yeah, and also includes the DLC Left Behind. Excuse me, guys. Which is a lot of fun too. So, number 6, I give to The Last of Us Remastered. Number 5, a 3DS title. which is also a kind of a remake of another game, just a better version. Theatrhythm Final Fantasy Curtain Call, just a far superior version to its predecessor, just regular Theatrhythm Final Fantasy. Has way more songs, improved controls, a lot of fun backgrounds, interesting way to get all your characters to unlock during the game, and not to mention just a fun music rhythm game, and just a swan song, is that what I want to call it? I don't know. Fan favor, let's say that, to Final Fantasy fans, especially of the old, like Super Nintendo and Nintendo PS1 era. A lot of people aren't caring for the later Final Fantasy entries, but it still has their music in there, which is really good. Like Final Fantasy 14 has good music, so does Final Fantasy 11. 13 does too, but me, the nostalgia falls in the Final Fantasy 6, 7, 8, 9. That's where I really learned to play and fell in love with the series. But yes, it's fanfare, and that's why I loved it, and it's much better than the other version, and that's why it's at number 5. Alright, number 4. Sorry. Number 4. Paragames. Let's do this right here. The new Super Smash games, 3DS version and the Wii U version. I think this is the titles in the series that finally have overtaken what Super Smash Melee held. They're not quite as fast as Melee, but not nearly as slow as Brawl. A lot of fun, great characters added to the cast. My personal favorite being Little Mac. I also enjoy Lucinia, who's pretty much a Marth clone character, but I still like her a lot, probably due to the fact that I love Fire Emblem Awakening. But the 3DS entry surprised me the most, how well it worked on the 3DS. The online playing with other players worked great. The controls at first felt kind of clunky, but it didn't take long for you to get used to them and just have a blast and not get frustrated with them, which is something I thought was going to happen. I thought I was going to get really frustrated with the controls on the 3DS, but I didn't. And it was just an excellent entry, and just the amount of content on the 3DS version was amazing. I just didn't see it coming. A lot of fun. The Wii U version was just a blast and looks gorgeous. I mean, you just look at it for the first time on the Wii U, just playing Super Smash, and you're like, oh wow, this looks really good. A lot of fun. And playing 8-player Smash, although is chaotic at first, it's just actually a blast. And now you don't have to have a bunch of people sitting in line waiting to play the game. When you have a Smash Brothers party, damn near everybody's going to get to play. So it's a great entry, and I think a true system seller for the Wii U. A lot of fun, guys. Lots of fun characters. But that's why they're sitting at number 4. This new Super Smash Brothers for the 3DS and the Wii U. Alright, guys. Number 3 is a download-only title, unfortunately, but it was just a great surprise to me, and I absolutely loved it. So I got the picture here on the iPad, so you guys can see. Transistor. The second game by Supergiant Games. A lot of fun, highly anticipated by myself, and I've talked to the developers of this game at PAX and just talked to them about these games. Bastion was an absolute favorite game of mine, and getting to play Transistor in such a unique and odd world. I can't even explain what this world was. Was it the future? Is it some alternate universe? I don't know. It's just crazy. And having the sword itself, which almost looks like a piece of computer equipment, some RAM, some memory, USB, that kind of stuff, narrated the game for you and talk to Red, the girl who you control. and the unique level up system, how you make your weapon better, your attacks, different types of attacks you can use. It's just all around a well built game. Story can be a little confusing, but I just had a lot of fun. It blows my mind. This is something that you guys have to try for yourself, to experience the story and the strategy of the gameplay. It's not a whole lot of action. There's a lot of strategy involved in this game. But yeah, Transistor number 3. So number 2 is also a download title, and a big surprise to me because I saw it. I've played the demo at PAX East and was very surprised by Ubisoft releasing this type of title out again, and that's Child of Light. Tons of fun, so much fun. It's old school traditional turn-based RPG. There's a little bit of an action system, so you can like stop players in the middle of their attack, and lots of magic-based, elemental-based attacks and stuff like that. But the true charm to this game is its artwork and its story, and the way the story is told. Artwork is gorgeous, hand-drawn, looks watery, pastel-y. It's just a lot of fun. It's fluid. It's just gorgeous. The way the story is told is through rhyme and song. So whenever anybody attacks, it's in rhyme or through song. Or I mean, not attacks, I mean talks. Sorry. It's just like, this is unique. This is fun. It's very interesting. You get to learn a lot of optional ways to. You can either race through this game, or you can take your time and learn about the backstory of each of the characters in the game. And just the unique and beautiful environments blew me away. I highly recommend that you guys try this. At least get it on sale on Xbox Live, PS4, PS3. It's on damn near every platform imaginable. So at number 2, Child of Light. Alright guys, finally, oh damn, over 17 minutes in, and I'm finally at my number 1. Sorry guys, I blab a lot about these games, but they're my favorite games of the year. This game I knew was going to probably be pretty good, and I knew I was going to like it. I just did not think it was going to be this good and get to me in that way. And number 1 is South Park: The Stick of Truth. The lead up to this game by the South Park creators, Trey Parker and Matt Stone, was amazing. They did it through their TV show, and it was a 3-part episode involving them making fun of Game of Thrones, Black Friday, and something else too. But it was just epic how it led up to it. And at the very end of the 3rd part, the boys pick up the stick saying, "Let's play with this." And then they did some cheesy self-promo ad at the end of that show after they said, "Let's play with this." And they're like, "Let's play South Park: The Stick of Truth, coming to a console near you." I thought it was hilarious. I clapped. I loved it. And then the game came out, I think a week or 2 after that aired, and a traditional RPG, a really funny story, and so true to the South Park show. This was, if you're a South Park fan, this has damn near everything in it. Everything you can imagine South Park in it. There's a couple things missing that me and my friends discussed about, but everything's in here. You can find so many people. It's amazing, and you get to finally explore the entire South Park town, or kind of the South Park universe in the game. It's definitely for mature audiences because there's a lot of swearing. There is some South Park style nudity, I guess you can say. you get to use different characters throughout the game, whichever ones you want. One of the downsides about that was the fact that you can only use 2 characters at once. Some people griped about that, but I thought it was fine because that you can switch out your characters. You can switch out. You have the character that you make yourself. He's the new kid in South Park, and he's your main character. And then your secondary character is any one of the South Park boys that you can actually switch out mid-battle. So I didn't find it to be that annoying at all. And the game was challenging enough. There were parts where it was pretty hard. One fun thing that I will put into here, it's not really a spoiler, but some might consider it, so be warned, is that you actually go to Canada in this game, and it turns out to be an 8-bit area, and it's hilarious. It's just all of a sudden the game's beautiful rendered HD graphics, and then you go to Canada and it's all 8-bit. So funny. I don't think I've had this much fun with the game, with the humor and the nostalgia and the looking back at one of my favorite TV shows of all time, than The Stick of Truth. And the game's very well made. So yeah, guys, my number 1, South Park, The Stick of Truth. So there we have it, guys. That's my top 10 from 2014. The big surprise was South Park Stick of Truth, and I would have to say Child of Light, just coming out of nowhere for me. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll throw up a few honorable mentions of other games that I enjoyed this year but didn't make the list. Alright, thanks for watching, guys.